Brett Starr, the next John Elway, the next Troy Aikman. There's no guarantee the next Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
The draft as much as I love it personally. The draft is my favorite part of football season every year. I'll watch the draft over the Super Bowl any day. The draft is my Christmas. But as much as I love it, I'll give it up 100%. That is a potluck. Pick it out of a hat. You never really know. It's an absolute that's the word I was looking for. It's a crapshoot.
Yep.
I mean, you have ideas. You have guys on their stature, their builds, where they can play, their speed. You have this, you have that. But then you have guys like Tom Brady, who wasn't even a starter until halfway through his senior year in college. And now he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yep, and this season won the MVP already as far as I'm concerned.
Miles Austin, undrafted. Tony Romo, undrafted.
Yeah, we see it a lot. Yep.
J. Rapp was 7th-round pick.
One of the new up-and-coming running backs.
Yeah, but he was undrafted for different reasons. Yeah. Disciplinary, he knocked the guy out.
Can I ask you a question right here? No, listen, guys.
He cold-cocked him, knocked him flat out. It was the Boise State kid, right?
Yes, Boise State.
And then he knocked
that was week 1.
Yeah,
I was in
dropped the first week.
Yeah.
The first game.
I think I was on vacation when that happened. I was out to dinner.
I was at college and boom.
There was it was a bar, so everyone at the bar corralled around the TV, you know, pumping fists, and I was like, "You're watching Boise State play Oregon. What is happening? These guys are decking it. You know what I mean? Garrett Blunt and that the other guy was the instigator, though.
Absolutely, the white guy was the instigator.
Yeah.
Number 94,
the other
I
guy.
think. Yeah.
But you just see him drop, though. It's like,
and
he's just
funny.
hitting it.
LeGarrette Blunt didn't even really wind up for that. He just straight up cold cocked him. Quick jab, boom, on the floor. Game over.
We don't condone this behavior, though.
Says who? Anytime I could see a guy get cold cocked and knock the
Listen, let me ask you guys both a question. Listen.
Oh, calm down.
That's what you're hearing. Listen.
Go Tones. Calming it down.
Listen, guys. A lot of impressive teams for different reasons. We knew New England was going to be good. That's a given.
Okay.
But they're beyond even what I thought they would be.
They're schematically perfect.
Perfect. Another team impressive, not the competition, but Buffalo. They beat Kansas City and Oakland. But they did it in convincing fashion. Their guns, Ryan Fitzpatrick's good. New England, Buffalo, impressive. Another team that's impressive, Detroit. Are you kidding?
I love them.
Detroit also beat the team that Buffalo beat in Kansas City about 50-3. Matthew Stafford looks like what he was supposed to be.
Matthew Stafford, when he plays, is extremely effective.
4 touchdowns last week.
And he only threw for 200-something yards last week.
So efficient, though.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford, when he plays, even in his rookie season, when he played, he was really good.
So out of those 3, though, what is more than you expected? Did you expect Buffalo
New England
to be this high-flying? Did you expect Detroit to be this unstoppable? And did you expect New England to be this perfect from where you expected it to be?
I can't say I didn't expect them to be this perfect.
I think that's the most impressive one to me.
Because they're that
New
perfect?
England, I knew they're going to be 12-4, somewhere around there. They are perfect.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
You can't stop them.
Tom Brady pinned on the 1. He drops a dime into Wes Welker. And, you almost knew that.
He's pinned on the 1 back-to-back weeks. Back-to-back weeks scores a touchdown pinned on the 1.
You almost know that they're going to score 99 yards down the field. You almost know it. Detroit, I mean, I saw... You could see that dropping off. Detroit?
No.
Not dropping off. I'm all in on Detroit. But New England
better
can
when Nick Fairley
consistently be this perfect all season. Detroit's not winning 50-3 all season. We know that. But Buffalo, I want to see play New England next week. If they even put up a fight, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, but I think that...
Do you know where that game is? Is it in New England?
The Buffalo game? I don't know where it is, to be honest with you. You're going to have to look that one up. But to me... The Lions, the sky is the absolute limit because they're going to get better with Nick Fairley. They're already the best defensive line in football.
The defense looks very solid.
When they get Nick Fairley back, it's going to add a whole new element.
Nate Burleson looks good at the team.
Yeah,
everything is clicking. Java Best is clicking. Even with the running back that they drafted going down for the year.
Mikel Shore?
Yes.
Imagine if Mikel Shore was there. You had another threat.
But Java Best looks really good.
Yes, he does.
He can carry the load. But
he's
always an injury concern. But as far as
he's still going to rush for over 60 yards in a game. These weeks.
Yeah, but he's helping out big time.
Well, yeah, but because he can pass catch.
Yep.
They're built around the pass.
I'm pretty sure his reception, his receiving yards and rushing yards are pretty.
Oh yeah, they add up to 100, 2, 3 touchdowns, something like that. But he.
And by the way, the Buffalo's home against New England.
At Buffalo,
I could see them putting up a fight.
I told you this when we were doing our preview shows. Buffalo can score. I didn't see them scoring 41 and 38 points in the first 2 games.
You could book Stevie Johnson in the end zone
for a touchdown with the Harvard.
And Fred Jackson back-to-back 100-yard games, 2 touchdowns last week.
Yes, sir.
Fred Jackson looks good. C.J. Spiller's going to be one of those guys. He's a weapon, but he's going to be one of those guys that gets in the way because Fred Jackson's better than him.
Oh,
but they're going to want to get C.J. Spiller in the game.
Absolutely.
But at this point, you have to play Fred Jackson.
You have to take the hot hand. He's absolutely unbelievable.
And they've been doing that. I'm actually impressed with the way Buffalo handled it. Because they don't give in and give Spiller the ball for no reason. Like they've been playing Fred Jackson.
They have to. You have no choice. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, his play is unbelievable. He's spreading the ball. All of his tight ends, all of his wide receivers, Scott Chandler, the Bobby Nelson, Donald Nelson, Stevie Johnson, Fred Jackson, C.J. Spiller, the other tight end other than Scott Chandler. I don't remember what his name is. They're all touching the ball.
Right? Am I right?
No, Nelson's the other wide receiver. It's Donald Jones. Yeah, Nelson. What the hell is his first name?
I don't know, but everyone's contributing.
No one knows who these guys are, and Fitzpatrick is putting up.
I
love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Buffalo. Will they beat the Pats this week? Probably not.
They're just gonna be one of those pain in the ass teams as far as
and you don't want to get into a shootout with them. They didn't score They scored an offensive touchdown every single drive in the second half. Put up 3 points in the first half. Came back. Won with 6 seconds. 4th and 1. Throws it to the end zone. Ryan Fitzpatrick wins.
Fun team to
That's
watch.
the kid. That was the kid Nelson.
So we like Buffalo.
I like Buffalo, but I think Lions. The sky's the limit.
So he likes the Lions.
The problem with both those teams is Buffalo has to play. Is in a division with the Jets and. Yeah, but the problem with the two teams, Buffalo and Detroit, is Buffalo has to deal with the Jets in the New England division, and Detroit has to deal with the Bears and the Packers in that division.
But those two teams are going to be, they're going to be
formidable. They're going to be those are going to be games, and I don't want to get into a shootout with either one of them.
Even if one of them's eliminated at the last week, I don't know if they match up in the last week, but I could see Detroit being the spoiler week 17 to Green Bay,
knock somebody out.
Chicago and Buffalo being the same deal with the Jets.
Somehow I see them in the playoffs.
I hope so because those two teams are extremely fun to watch.
Because I don't see the Bears to me they look good week 1. They look dominant week 1. They won 34-13 in week 1. Second week they looked awful. They did what they couldn't do all year last year and keep Cutler upright. Cutler got sacked all the time. Chicago looks bad. I look for Detroit to capitalize on that. And I look for Detroit to beat the Bears twice when they play. In Soldier Field and in Ford Field. I see Lions beating them twice, taking the tiebreaker from Chicago and making the playoffs all day.
I think Stafford's a better quarterback than Jay Cutler.
Oh, but leaps and bounds better than Jay Cutler. You know why? Because he wants to be a better quarterback. Jay Cutler, to me, he'll get sacked. The game's over for him. He doesn't really show any emotion.
He gets in that, his mental. He's not mentally tough whatsoever.
He's in a cone. He's in a little shell. If he breaks that shell, imagine how good Jay Cutler can be.
Very emotional quarterback.
Stafford is breaking that shell and is commanding his team, and look what it's doing.
We got to touch on a few injuries, though. I want to get your impact. Mike Vick, concussion.
They can't win.
Mild concussion? Was it called mild concussion?
Yeah, it was a mild concussion.
And he gets hurt in the pocket. Usually you think Mike Vick outside the pocket, he'll get clocked. He got hurt in the pocket.
I didn't think he was going to get hurt this early in the season, but I did call him missing games.
They took him out, but that's the NFL's cracking down on concussions, so you can't really judge
how
severe it is. Because you know he's coming out of the game, but next week when he sees that.
No, I don't see him playing this week coming up because of the NFL cracking down on concussions. They're making it, you have to see the team doctors, then independent outside doctors, then you have to pass certain impact tests. It used to be, can you go? Can you see straight? All right, go play. And then Vic would be in. But because Vic has to pass all of these tests and independent doctors, now it's not to say that the Eagles aren't going to have a say in every single doctor with a little bit of cash somewhere or whatever the system is. It's going to be corrupt. There's no way he's their best player. He makes their offense
and he's fun to watch.
And you're playing a big divisional opponent in the Giants. You're going to want to win a home opener. You want him on the field.
We all want Vic on the field.
The Eagles are going to do whatever they have to do to get him on the field.
Yeah.
I still don't see him playing, though, because of the new rules that the NFL has in place for concussions. It makes it really tough to come back the next week.
We saw it with Jason Witten. Remember that?
Yeah, oh, God.
It's old news, but Jason Witten.
That was, 2 years ago?
Yeah, Jason Witten was heated that he had come out of that game.
He was pissed.
And he couldn't come back the next week as far as
they weren't allowed to bring him back.
So Mike Vick, Eagles got to look out. Vince Young's hurt. Kafka looked good.
Kafka did look good.
He's one of those guys that can move and make plays.
His only incompletions were a Hail Mary bomb and the fourth down drop pass by Macklin.
7 for 9, yep.
Nice catch, Jeremy.
All right, so there's a huge injury, but we're going to save that one. Steven Jackson nicked up.
They
had him going pregame, but took the precautionary route, took him out of the game. Next week, I think he'll be back.
Oh, yeah, he'll play next week.
This guy's
0-2. The Rams 0-2. Guess what? Jackson, come win us a football game.
Yeah, Jackson will be back. He's a player. Tony Romo plays with a punctured lung.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we learned today. And he looked good doing it.
Yeah, he
340 yards plus, a couple touchdowns.
Should have been 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Jesse Holiday, you got to get to the end zone, kid.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted it so bad, and that guy deserves it, man.
You saw how much he wanted that, though. The way he reached for that.
He's never made an NFL reception before. Before the fourth quarter, before the last drive, the Dallas had to go in and kick the field goal, move down the field with Romo. Jesse Holley's never caught the ball. He had 2 catches for 29 yards.
Let everyone know where this guy came from. Real quick.
All right, real quick. He was a basketball player in North Carolina. Then he becomes a cell phone salesman, security guard. Then he goes on a show with Michael Irvin, 4th and Long, to compete for the 80th spot on the Dallas Cowboy roster. Potential Cowboy roster. He makes the practice squad. He sits out the year before. Then last year gets a chance of injuries to go out there and play special teams. And that guy's busting his butt, being one of the best special teams player in football, running down the field hard to make a tackle every single time. And now, with Des Bryant not playing, Miles Austin was hurt, Kevin Ogletree looks awful. Guess what? Jesse Holley is our new number 1.
Dream come true, yep.
And the perfect play action.
And that's why he wanted it.
No one expected him going long. All of a sudden, you see this dude. Who the hell's number 16 on the Cowboys? Downfield, Romo hits him, leads us back for the win.
Technically wins the game for them. Correct.
Yeah. Romo, the punctured lung, and the best part about the punctured lung, broken ribs, he's banged up, messed up. Guess what he says in the press conference? He's playing next week. He doesn't care.
And the biggest injury of the week, Jamal Charles.
Season.
Sorry for all you fantasy owners out there who drafted Jamal Charles early. Everyone expected a huge season from Jamal Charles.
Yep, after a huge season last year.
Yep, and this guy goes down and down hard. Torn ACL, done for the year.
Yep. And will he ever be the same?
The Chiefs looked terrible to begin with. Do the Chiefs have any hope going forward?
Andrew Luck sweepstakes winner. I actually texted you that, and you didn't believe it. And now that Jamal Charles goes down, you believe in me now?
Yeah.
Over Matt Castle, though?
Castle's garbage.
What?
Wait, hold on. Andrew Luck over Matt Castle? Is that a question, Steve?
But Matt Castle had the Chiefs go good last year, though.
Yeah, but what have you done for me? The NFL is the coup de grace of what have you done for me lately?
If the Chiefs go 1-15 this year without Charles, do they think Castle has any impact on that team?
Castle's not the answer. Nope. Andrew Luck, you want to get that youthful...
there's always going to be a quarterback competition. Not going to give it to Luck right away.
Whoever fails enough, whoever is the worst team in football, and they don't pick Andrew Luck, it's a mistake.
Yep.
Even the Colts, you take
That's
Andrew
a devastating injury, though, because like Vic... The league's better with Vic's playing to watch as a fan. It's exciting to watch.
It's just exciting when Jamal Charles
It's exciting to watch Jamal Charles. It's a shame he's gone.
Yep.
For the season.
Yep. And I would be even more excited to watch Vic. I loved Michael Vick, and then he put on that Eagle uniform, and I can't stand him.
But that team's fast and fun to watch. Whether you hate him or love him, because I hate him, you hate him, you hate him.
I can't stand him.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
No question. And Jamal Charles, fun to watch, but he's done. No more Jamal Charles.
I love Deshaun Jackson. I love Michael Vick. Hate Deshaun Jackson. Hate Michael Vick. Because they're just solely that they're Eagles.
That's a great way to put it. And then those are the big stories for the week. Haloti Ngata
gets his
5-year deal. Lock up that center of that Ravens defense. They're getting old. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, of course.
It's
good to have Ngata in there in the middle for years to come.
All pro.
5 years.
He's unbelievable. That guy is huge and fast and strong. You can't really go
wrong. And he's a gamer.
Yep.
He's there every down.
He loves playing football.
I mean, he'll come out because he's a dude, but.
And Ray Lewis, he's got Ray Lewis's attitude on the line.
Yeah, so this Raven defense doesn't look like it's slowing down just because of the age. Because they got new guys coming in.
Yeah, but they did get beat up in Tennessee. They should have.
Damn good against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they did.
But Pittsburgh can't protect the quarterback whatsoever. But that's the story for another week. We're wrapping it up at Zach and Tones Live. Week 2, we'll be back. Previewing week 3.
Should be
possibly. We wanted to do that this week. We couldn't get you guys.
Work schedules.
There's a lot of things going on here. Steve, if you had a gut feeling right now, are we previewing week 3?
I'm feeling it.
What's today?
I think today's Tuesday.
We could be previewing on Friday, possibly.
Yeah,
that's bowling.
We're previewing on Friday, guys. Big week Friday. It's Jets, Oakland. Hopefully it's a blowout, and most likely it will be. As far as
I don't think so. I think you
we can put a wager on it. Do you want to put a on the air wager?
Absolutely, I'll put it on air wager.
But it's got to be.
We have to do over.
It's a point spread.
Yeah, there's definitely a point spread.
Our own point spread.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's a 2-touchdown victory.
Oh, done.
What do you want to wager?
No. 2 touchdowns.
Fine. The loser has to we both said we hate introducing the show. The loser of the bet has to introduce the show next week.
And $10.
$5.
What do I?
What is it? You cheap?
No, it's $5, dude.
Well, how about we do it? The loser has to pay flag football entry fees.
No.
That's a big bet. That's a big bet.
No, I just want to do like a friendly. Fuck it, I don't care. I mean,
he doesn't curse either. He never curses. Can we just do $5 and an intro?
And an intro. Loser of the bet. And you have to do it Seaber style. Like, boom, Seaber Nation. Something like that. You have to do something like that.
I can't wait to see you do it next week. Over 2 touchdowns.
28-14 final.